Nick squared his feet and then swung his leg forward. And then the game ended. Undone by his loose shoestrings, Nick tripped and fell, losing his balance and the game in one motion. Looking down, he saw drops of blood slowly rise from his new cuts. Nick said nothing. Nick and his parents drove home, the only sound in the car being the air conditioner. It blew cold directly into Nick's face. At home, in the kitchen, the floor tiles shone under bright fluorescent light. Nick's mother poured peroxide on his cut. She did not warn that it would sting. She placed a bandage on his scrapes and then sat down at the table and opened a paper to a story about albino elephants. That's a fantastic joke if you know Hemingway. Nick walked down the hallway. He stopped at the end and knocked on the dark wooden door of his father's office. "Come in," Nick's father said from inside. Nick walked in and looked up at the leather back of his father's chair, while his father sat with his back turned to him. "I just wanted to," began Nick. "To what? Disappoint me?" said his father. "No, Dad." "That is good, as you would have failed," his father said. "Why is that, Father?" "To disappoint me, you would have had me believe in you beforehand."
No.
That's not the worst part of this story. Nick walked away and out into the front yard. His dog Spot ran up to him, tail wagging. Nick pet Spot and began to play fetch with him. Every time he threw a little farther. Every time Spot returned quickly, ball in mouth. Nick smiled. He decided to throw the ball very far, and it rolled off into the street. Spot was a fast, strong puppy. The truck that was driving down the street was faster and stronger. There was the sound of a car horn blaring, the sound of tires screeching, and then the sound of meat and bone hitting metal. Nick sat down and watched the ball roll into the gutter. There's a tagline at the back of this book. It is a children's book for divorced fathers who love literature and their children in that order. For those of you who are concerned that my children's book career might be over too soon, don't worry, I have a sequel planned. It's called A Farewell to Spot.